Are you ready to start making major money off your YouTube channel? I'm going to walk you through just how long it takes you to get monetized on YouTube in 4 easy steps so that you can be on your way to make your first big YouTube paycheck. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'll share a tip for how to speed up your monetization so you can spend less time waiting around to get approved and more time making money. I'll also include a link to another video where you can actually check out my favorite hacks for speeding up this monetization process. Before I start this video, I just want to say that how long it takes you to get monetized might vary from person to person, but each step does have a clear timeline. I can guarantee that you'll have a better understanding of the monetization process and how long it takes after watching this video. Okay, so let's get started. Step number 1, hit YouTube's requirements. The first thing you need to know is that in order for YouTube to approve your channel for monetization, you do need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in 1 year. Okay, so what exactly does that mean? 4,000 hours of watch time means that the viewers have actually watched 4,000 hours or 240,000 minutes of your content. It doesn't mean that you need to have 4,000 hours of videos. It just means that people out there in the world have collectively need to watch about 4,000 hours of your content on your channel. It might take you some time to reach this 4,000 hours of watch time, so be patient. It could take you a few months or it could actually take you a whole year. It all depends on your content and how big and popular your niche is. YouTube calculates your watch hours over the past 365 days, so you don't need to worry about the calendar year or anything like that. If your channel reaches 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within the 365-day period, you're eligible for monetization. You can even have YouTube email you when you've reached those numbers and milestones to make it easier on you. Just make sure that your watch hours and subscriber numbers, you don't drop back down after you monetize. If your numbers drop back down, YouTube has the ability to demonetize you. Do they do that? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but you just don't want to risk it. Now, I know that 240,000 minutes of people watching your content sounds like a lot, and of course it is a lot. The good news is that there are a few easy ways to actually increase viewership on your videos and get monetized way faster. The most important thing is to create great content, obviously, that people will actually want to watch on your videos. But you should also remember to do this, which is make your videos 10 minutes long. You should do this for 2 reasons. Number 1, longer videos mean you'll actually get 4,000 hours much faster. With longer videos, you don't need as many views to get those 4,000 hours. And number 2, YouTube prefers longer videos overall, so you're more likely to be recommended if you stick to the 10 minutes or longer. That watch time also counts for live videos, so don't forget to take advantage of viewing live streams and really interacting with your audience on live streams. Another way to get 4,000 watch hours is even faster, honestly, is by having great SEO with your content. Now, SEO is a little tricky. People think that SEO is just based around tags, but there's a little bit more to it that's more important, which is description in the title. In general, you're trying to go ahead and focus on keywords, like really important keywords, to get yourself ranked on the first pages on YouTube search results. So for example, a how-to video or something like that that people are frequently searching for, you need to try to find keywords that works very well that you can go ahead and rank for, and that will get you there way faster. The cool thing about SEO on YouTube is that it's not as hard to compete with the bigger YouTube channels, unlike suggested based content. Suggested is the front page of your homepage, and so it's a little bit more difficult to compete in those areas than it is to compete on an area like SEO. Finally, make sure that you actually tell your viewers to subscribe and like your videos. If you miss this important step, it will take you that much longer to reach your 1,000 subscriber milestone, and your path to monetization will be much slower. So remember, remind them to subscribe. Once you've actually reached the 4,000 watch hours and made it to 1,000 subscribers, you're almost ready to apply for the YouTube Partner Program. But there is one more important and short step that you need to remember that honestly will help you to get your application accepted. Step number 2, clean up your content. Before you apply to be a YouTube partner and begin monetizing your content, you need to make sure your content fits their guidelines. Otherwise, your application will be rejected. The good news is that this is a really quick step and should only take a few minutes. Remove any content that might be inappropriate, controversial, or sensitive. Use your best judgment and make sure that your content is PG rated. In addition to meeting YouTube community guidelines, you need to be extra careful with your content for monetization because, well, here's the thing. YouTube cannot sell ads on inappropriate content, okay? So to get approved for monetization, YouTube has to be sure that advertisers will want to associate their brands with their content. So just keep it classy. If you have anything on there that might be inappropriate at all, it's just going to slow down down your application process way more, and so you don't want to run into that. Also, make sure that your content is 100% original and each video is unique in its own way. Your application will be rejected if you're constantly reusing other people's content. You want to find a way to transform it, make it better, add your own commentary to it to really get yourself monetized. Which means you've just edited together a bunch of favorite movie clips or whatever. That isn't gonna work. You cannot get a gaming compilation or something like that and get approved. That doesn't work. You need to add commentary, some other substance past a compilation. You also need to make sure when it comes down to advertisers, you're proving to advertisers on YouTube that your content is valuable and it's something new to the platform. If you're doing completely reused content, even if it's a small twist, it's still not good enough. You gotta find a way to make it new and fresh. Once your channel is all ready to go, you're almost ready to apply for YouTube Partner Program, wait for approval, but you have one final step before you can submit your application. Step number 3 is set up your AdSense account. Before you can make money off your account, you'll need to set up a way for YouTube to actually pay you. In order to do this, you have to create a Google AdSense account. It's super easy, but it has several different steps you may have to follow, and it can take up to a few weeks to go ahead and get your Google AdSense account set up. Head to the Google AdSense page and create an account using your YouTube channel URL. Google owns YouTube, so you can obviously easily link your account to your channel. Once your account is created, Google will send you a piece of paper in the mail to verify that you are a real person. You'll have to log on to your AdSense account and type in the PIN number that you see on the mail. Next, you'll have to link your bank account so that you can actually deposit the money that you make into your own bank account and everything. So you're gonna have to make sure you have a bank account. You can, the routing number, account number, all that details you need to make sure you know. Also, you have to verify your tax information, so make sure you get that figured out as well. So you're gonna put all that information in the AdSense account, and you can actually do this way before you are monetized on YouTube. And so there's a little hack there to speed up the process a little bit. That way you don't have to wait, because the reality is, even if you got monetized and approved for monetization on YouTube, what ends up happening is then you have to wait 3 weeks to get the actual AdSense account created. So you can actually do the AdSense account right now and get started on it. So step number 4 is apply for the YouTube Partner Program. So congrats, they finally decided to go ahead, you submitted your application, you now got the requirements, and now they approved you. That's awesome, okay? So now you can go ahead and monetize your content. To go ahead and make sure you can monetize your content, you can actually go to the YouTube Studio page and you'll see that you're now eligible to apply for the monetization. Approval usually takes a few weeks, but that range can vary depending on your page. We don't really know why it takes certain applications longer than others. Sometimes it depends on the season. There's some channels that it's just for example, YouTube is so stockpiled with so many channels and reviews that they have to go through, and so sometimes it's slower depending on the season of time. But ultimately, sometimes it can be a week, sometimes it can be a few days for people to review your application to get you monetized on YouTube. Now here's the thing, if you end up getting rejected, don't worry. YouTube will actually tell you exactly why you didn't meet the guidelines, so you can go ahead and make the changes to your channel and apply 30 days later, so then you can actually get monetized. So if you get rejected, you'll have another shot, don't worry. Whatever they tell you to do, try to update your channel accordingly. So once you've been accepted, head over to the YouTube Studio page. You'll need to decide where you're actually going to go ahead and place your ads. So make sure to choose more than one ad type so that you're maximizing your monetization. Don't worry too much about annoying your viewers with your ads. At this point, we've gotten pretty kind of desensitized to seeing ads. And the reality is with YouTube, YouTube has its own algorithm on how many times they're gonna show an ad to a viewer. So let's say you put an ad, mid-roll ad, every 2 minutes. Not every viewer is going to see it every 2 minutes. It might be every 4 minutes that the person will actually see the ad. So it's better to just place your ads where you think is fit, and then you'll be fine. One thing I did want to add in here as well is that it might take a bit longer to actually get paid. So for example, you need to make sure that you made $100 of ads on your account before you can actually make that money, before they actually send it to you. So for example, in a single month, let's say in general, I made $30 for July, right? But then when August came around, I made $70. Okay, now I made $100, so now Google's gonna send me a paycheck. So you gotta make sure you always make $100 at least, because once you meet that threshold of money, then they'll send it over to you. Ultimately, it's all about being patient. It's all about creating better content, constantly improving, and just using the tactics that I have on this channel, which is why you should subscribe to this channel and leave a like on this video and comment down below what other videos we should make to go ahead and help you with YouTube, because the tactics that we have on this channel will honestly help speed up the process of growth. I've built multiple multiple YouTube channels in my time that has reached over 3 million subscribers and 400 million views. So I have a lot of different channels out there, got monetized after monetized after monetized, and so we have the tactics and everything listed on this channel, so make sure you subscribe to learn more. Speaking of which, if you want to go ahead and learn one of those secret tactics, I'll actually have some videos playing right now that you can go ahead and click on, so make sure you click on one of the videos that's on the screen right now. It'll actually give you some tactics to how you can grow faster on YouTube to get to that goal way quicker. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.